Hey besties, it's Rosie. Okay, besties, today I'm picking up on a love message. Okay, I'm speaking to a collective who you're kind of in the celebratory period right now, okay, which means that you have closed out a long-standing cycle usually. And from this new place, I've got the celebration card, the abundance, and the possibility. This is a place, this new level that you have reached in your ascension journey. New things are possible from here, okay? In order to get here, I'm getting that you had to cut out a lot of things that shaped the way your mind worked, a lot of things that shaped your emotional waters. You've had to cut those out to even be eligible for this altitude is the phrase that I'm hearing. So from up here, all new things are possible. And now that you have this new realm of possibilities, it's going to be shedding light on some things that you might have tolerated in relationships in the past, okay? I'm getting the Hanged Man, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. So, when we are in survival mode, when we are working through the bulk of our pain, if you're someone who front loaded your karma and you were working through some pretty hard relationship lessons, the kind of partners that you would seek might be different than what you are seeking now, where you're coming from a place of safety. There's a little gnat flying around me. So that means that there are monitoring spirits. So what I'm getting from that message is that there might have been partners that you attracted to you who were distractions, okay? This little fly is flying around trying to distract me from the message that I'm giving to you. So you might have been attracted to more immature energies, okay? Like partners who led with, again, this Knight of Wands energy, like a fast-moving, quick hit of passionate energy. That might have been the thing that really was able to kind of draw you in. I also heard like a motorcycle outside as I was shuffling these cards to get this message. So again, this fast-moving energy. I also got the Five of Swords, Queen of Cups, Four of Wands, and Eight of Cups. Okay, so what I'm getting is that when things move quickly and when the person leading them moves with a passionate energy, there is usually a lot that gets left unsaid. Even if it's not an outright lie, it's usually a lie by omission. There were big parts of the puzzle that might have changed the level of emotional investment, Queen of Cups in this, if you knew the full picture. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting from where you've been in your emotional journey. But what it is you're actually looking for from this place here is Four of Wands. Bestie, I'm getting that right now in your reality, even though you've made it to this new altitude, there might have been almost like a clinger, from the last cycle. There might be somebody in your energy right now who maybe you're not taking them too seriously, but there's somebody in your energy right now who is bearing some remnants of that old cycle. And I see you kind of like waffling, trying to reason with yourself, like whether that person is the person that you think that they are. Because again, you're operating from this new altitude. Everything in your outward reality is kind of reflecting this new, I'm hearing the word parameters. So there are new boundaries, like your territory has been increased. So I get you kind of like weighing, like trying to figure out if this person who is someone who can fit into the new parameters or whether they are just kind of like an echo of that old cycle. And let's find out. Oh. Okay. Bestie, I'm getting that inherently in their energy, this person is someone that you could work well with, okay? There is like a compatibility in your energies. I'm getting the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. So again, in the realm of pentacles and emotions, you and this person are inherently compatible, but it's just a matter of are they actually on your level? Death. Okay. What I'm getting is that you have a very transformational energy, all right? So the more time this person spends in your energy, it's almost like they're going to be pulled along on a current regardless, okay? They are going to transform whether or not they're even consciously doing the work, okay? Just being exposed to the level of energy that you're embodying right now, like this very high frequency, I'm seeing like a person with like a very, almost like an electric aura, Like your energy is so electric that anyone who is the recipient of it has no choice but to be transformed by it and be transformed very quickly, might I add. So I'm getting that this person, just by kind of interacting with you, and I'm also getting something about your psychic energy. Like you might have maybe like spiritual or even just emotionally charged conversations with this person. That is also kind of opening up like their third eye in some way. I am seeing that Spirit has their hands all over the situation, bestie, okay? So you don't need to worry too much about it. Like, it will be revealed to you. If this person makes some kind of like fatal mistake and they are no longer a vibrational match for you, if Spirit has deemed that their presence in your life is, you know, unsafe in some way, or if they are hiding too much, that this is no longer like a fair situation for you, if they are like knowingly and willingly keeping information from you that could harm you, Spirit is going to go ahead and like sweep you out of the way. Okay. There's this energy of like, you're this person on the boat. Okay. And Spirit is ferrying you away. So you don't have to put too much energy into figuring this out, because regardless if this person stays on the journey with you or not, you are headed towards your 10 of Cups. Okay. You are headed towards emotional fulfillment. And again, this person has a choice. Like anyone graced with your beautiful energy, this person has a choice. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Let me get a clarifier for this. I pulled the 6 of Cups and the Emperor. So I'm wondering, 4 of Swords. All right. So this could be one of two things, okay? Take it how it resonates. Either through the course of you kind of dealing with this person, or you just kind of, you know, continuing on your journey. I'm seeing like a little fish swim through the water, just kind of minding its own business. Like, you are either going to spark some kind of soul knowing in this person where they kind of boss up and embody this Emperor energy, or you're going to encounter someone, and I'm getting the 6 of Cups card, okay? This could be somebody that you knew before that has maybe grown, or this could just be like a soul that you are very familiar with who is now embodying like a new frequency, and so you met them in a new person. So it could be this person you're currently dealing with. It could be them like in a new person that is a little bit higher consciousness. This could be somebody from your past who now has a higher level of consciousness, or again, this could just be a stranger that you meet on the journey who feels very familiar to you because your souls are very well acquainted. So I think Spirit is telling you this, to not get too hung up. Okay, yeah, 4 of Cups. Not get too hung up on whether or not this person is offering you the energy that you want. I don't see any, okay, that was interesting. Hold on, this card just flipped over. Spirit, what? I drew the Queen of Swords and the card flipped over in my hand. What are you trying to say with that? Bestie, if this person is leading too much with their passionate energy, I'm getting that it could maybe block your intuition, or if you sense this person trying to block your intuition with this very passionate energy, I'm seeing that you could be very quick to administer the fatal blow, okay? Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who does not mince words, all right? So I see you being, okay, 5 of Wands, Ace of Cups. I'm hearing the phrase that you do not play about yourself, okay? What it took for you to get here to this level, you had to set very strong boundaries. You had to learn to embody this Queen of Swords energy. So if this person is playing in your energy, is the message that I'm getting, you will be very quick to cut them out of it. Okay. You are the gatekeeper of your own energy. You are the warden of your own energy now. Okay. Nobody, even though Spirit has kind of got their hand on this journey, they're the one ferrying you through the waters. That is so you can pay attention. All right. You don't have to be like the motor of the boat when you are navigating the boat, when you are, you know where you're going, you're charting the course, you're looking around, you're seeing if there's anywhere you want to stop along the way. You know, you're kind of looking to the horizon. Spirit is watching your back so that you're able to do that. But you alone are the person who is in charge from this point forward. Of course, like we always have the oversight of Spirit, because, you know, ultimately they can see things that we can't. But I'm getting that you have become very cutthroat with what gets to live and die in your energy, all right? And I'm seeing that you are not going to give this person any special treatment. Aw, okay. I am getting that you are up in your head a little bit about this. And if this happens with this person, if you do have to cut them out, I'm getting this 9 of Swords energy. Like, you might be a little bit anxious. And the reason that you're anxious is because you have fought long and hard for your stability, Queen of Pentacles, okay? And you are tired, 1, of people rocking your stability with their just like immaturity and carelessness. And 2, you're also tired of building alone. So I'm getting that the reason that you let this person in the first place is because somewhere in your wisdom, you saw a potential compatibility to build with them. But 7 of Swords and Page of Swords, bestie, again, with the Empress, I'm getting that this person might just be a little too immature for you, okay? They might just, again, this energy of just like not really, not knowing the right way to act in the presence of an Empress. And the fact that you are an Empress is a little bit intimidating to them, and it kind of makes them act kind of dumb. I'm going to go to a part 2 and look more into that.